Have you ever watched Breaking Bad? You know that funny little show where that funny math teacher cooks funny glass to support his family? Well, it happens to be my favorite show of all time. So what would happen if I were to combine Breaking Bad with my favorite game of all time, Minecraft? Now these two, if you couldn't tell, are not very alike at all. So this is not going to be an easy task, and obviously we're going to be modding the hell out of Minecraft to make this happen. And first off, I want a couple things for this mod pack to achieve. First, it must include the funny glass. Second of all, it has to be illegal. And third, I want to be able to beat the game just by making the funny glass. So anyways, let's get started. The first mod I'm going to be adding to this is probably the most important, and it is the Create Broken Bad mod. This is of course an add-on for the Create mod, and if you're not familiar with the Create mod, well, I'm not either. So understanding this was a complete headache. But it pretty much adds the funny glass in its godly blue variant.
Oh, tight, yeah!
This mod is actually extremely cool since it adds an entire process to making the funny glass just like the show. I would go in depth on how to make it, but I'm not trying to have YouTube strike me and my family down, so I'm good on that. And another great thing about this mod is that villagers will actually purchase the funny glass from you, so that actually gives a purpose to making it. Next, I added the psychedelic chemistry mod, which doesn't have much to do with Breaking Bad, but it also adds other substances which come with more tools to make them, which I thought fit in with the Breaking Bad theme. I also changed the texture of emeralds to money, just to make villager trades and all that seem a little bit more fitting. Now, all this would be difficult to do yourself. For example, Walt and Gus Fring both had employees, which would help them make and distribute the funny glass. So in that case, I added the Villager Workers mod, which lets you hire villagers for cash and lets them do work for you, such as farming, mining, and even sell the funny glass for you.
Just remember who you're working for.
I beg your pardon?
So now you can finally build your own illegal empire inside of Minecraft. But just like in the show, it should not be that easy. Of course, as with anything illegal, there's the dangers of the law, which as of now isn't really a thing in Minecraft. So to fix this, I added the Tac Z weapon and NPC mods, which adds hostile NPCs with weaponry to stop you from doing anything too illegal. On their own, they don't naturally spawn, so I did have to do some command block trickery to make this a thing. Now you have to be guarding your labs and employees from these forces, making you have to be a little creative to hide your operations. This mod also adds friendly NPCs which can help you fight. However, I couldn't find any way to hire them or anything, so I guess I'm gonna just leave them with that. But anyways, this mod also adds a lot of weapons for you to use, making for pretty epic gunfights. Now of course you're going to need some security with all this going on, so I added the Security Craft mod, which adds a lot of new security features such as mines, passcode doors, face recognition modules, and a lot more. So now you can secure your operations without worrying of any break-in or raids. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, as I'm still a new YouTuber and it would help out a lot. Also, you should join my Discord as I'm opening a brand new SMP called Pinkman SMP, which is set to release on the day this video drops. It's a survival SMP with a couple commands such as /TPA and /home. The server currently has 50 player slots, but we plan to expand it to 100 or even 200. So join through the IP located in the Discord before spawn turns into a literal wasteland. Anyways, back to the video. Now that the mod pack is set up, how do we beat the game by only cooking the funny glass? First off, of course, you must set up a lab and trade for some ingredients with villagers. You'll have to play the game a bit, which wasn't really the purpose, but it's necessary. Next, once you got a small lab set up, you can start by cooking the regular funny glass, which you can trade to villagers for an okay payout. This will give you the cash needed to expand and maybe even hire villagers or get weaponry. After expanding, you'll need to start securing your lab now, since you're going to start making the good blue funny glass. And that's when the dangers will really start. From now on, you'll be receiving raids from the law which you have to fend off. It can happen anywhere, so be careful. You must add security features to your home or any workspace, or pretty much anywhere you're going to be. Lastly, you can trade with villagers for ender pearls, but you'll still have to go to the nether to retrieve blaze rods. Or just make your employees go and get some. Then make ender eyes, locate the end, and kill the dragon. or just get your employees to kill it. So that's it. I turned Minecraft into Breaking Bad. Hold on. Looks like an old friend wants to meet me. I'll be right back. Why the hell is he here? Huh, the nursery. Holy shit. Mr. Steve, huh? Why are you here? Why is there a bell? You still mad at me from the last video? What did I just hear?